Alright, bonus video, two subjects, completely unrelated, except in name. Alright, so first we'll get to the quick one, Fake Sagan. Okay, apparently Fake Sagan's account has been suspended. All I know about it is that, yeah, well, he's closed everything, and he made sort of a bold statement in one of his last videos saying, yeah, when it's time for me to go, I'm just going to show my dick and, get suspended or something. Like, that's how he wants to go out. Which seems a waste to me. You gotta, you have a partnered channel. I mean, you could even post other people's content with their permission and make money off of it. You could do a lot of things, but, so he chooses, even if he decided in 2 years to come back, he'd still have the channel. But whatever, logic does, it's, it's not in the atheist community, not too much of it. But anyway, alright, so I'm saying basically he did this deliberately. His account wasn't suspended by accident, or mistake, or terrible tragedy committed by YouTube. What he basically did is he got a second strike for posting the Coughlin video. Now, he is a partner. You're not supposed to be posting other people's content. I mean, as a rule, I don't think we're supposed to be posting other people's complete videos. So that's already bad. And then when you're a partner, you're really not supposed to do it. And if there's an objection from the person who posted the original video, you're really not supposed to do it. So it was just dumb. So he got the second strike for that video, and so he comes back from his suspension and he posts the video again. I saw it. It said something like re-upload, blah blah blah. I didn't watch the video because I already saw it, but I saw that he posted it. So no surprise, third strike, you're done. Yeah. So I guess that's what he meant by his dick. He would show Coughlin's video. Dick Coughlin. So apparently he's taking ownership. So anyway, it was just, so yeah, all these people, Brett Keane, the rest of them yelling about this horrible suspension thing, flagging and all that crap. Not this case. No, sorry. You got 2 strikes and you posted the video you got the second strike for again. That's just fucking dumb. And in Fake Sagan's case, like I said, I think it was intentional. So whatever, him and Ocean plan to disappear, I think, Arkansas or wherever they're going, Georgia, whatever, the South, go, I don't know, reclaim some swampland or something, and, chew on pieces of wheat or something, I don't know. He's got his hat and his pitchfork and all that crap, so he's ready to go. And I think that's the game. So, whatever. The end. Yeah, nothing else to say. Fake Sagan was an interesting character. I'm sort of going to miss him, maybe. I didn't really like, ever since the car accident kind of videos, I didn't like them much anyway. The anarchy, bullshit politics stuff, it was kind of bogus. So whatever, whatever. That's whatever. It's all I can say is whatever. Have a nice life. Come by and see us sometime. You hear now? Beverly Hillbilly song. Maybe he'll be shooting at some grub and, hit him an oil strike. So anyway, I didn't want to waste too much time on that. 4 minutes, that's plenty of time. Alright, so that's all I know about the Fake Sagan thing. I don't think it's any big thing. I don't think it means anything. I just think it's a lot of stupid bullshit. Alright, so anyway, so the Nicotine guy, Nicotine 2, and Matt have exchanged videos on the subject of our insignificance in the universe. And they're sort of doing some Carl Sagan-y kind of talk. And Carl Sagan came up the other night in Stickham with the Drake equation, which, by the way, the Drake equation is a pile of shit. It doesn't mean a damn thing. It's all made-up numbers. How improbable is the first cell? Well, we just make up a number. 1 in 1 million chemical reactions. Some kind of bogus answer. How difficult it was to have the first sentient life form? 1 in 1,500,000. They just made up numbers. Don't mean anything. It's all bullshit. How probable it is to have an Earth atmosphere proper for life to form. Who the fuck knows? Nobody knows. Maybe it happened once in the universe. Maybe it happened 10 zillion times. Nobody knows. What we do know is life had to go through a lot of hurdles, had to go through a lot of steps to get here. The chemistry had to get very complex. It had to get so complex that it would actually start, it would create a chemical compound, a mixture of atoms that would be capable of reproducing as a colony. Reproducing, an amazing act. You don't see it every day. And this is, you know, the universe is, look, there's no way of knowing how the universe works. Whether this happens all over the place, just continually forever and ever, whether it only happens once because somehow space tore or some kind of bizarre thing happened that only happens one in a gazillion times in the universe or something. Who knows how many hurdles, matter, energy, the universe went through to even get to the point of a Big Bang. Maybe the Big Bang was incredibly improbable. So who the fuck knows? What we do know is God doesn't answer the question of how we get here or any of that crap, because then you got to explain how the ultimate, eternal, perpetual, brilliant intelligence poofed out of nowhere. You got to explain where the fucking God came from. You know, you can't just say God did it and then just leave the question there, because it's still the question. Who gave birth to God? You know, you just can't say it was there forever, but then we must as well just say the universe is here forever. So it doesn't answer the question. So we know that's a bogus answer. It's an answer for an idiot. You know, not somebody with a brain. You can do a little bit of logic. Alright, so the universe is doing its thing. So we know it's chemistry mostly. We know it takes a long time and it's doing stuff where there's no life, there's nothing, there's just fucking atoms and molecules bashing around. And it gets to this point, like I said, it gets to this stage of complexity where it reproduces itself. And the only way that can work is it has to actually consume, to maintain itself, enough, an extra bit of maintaining, that it actually has enough extra stuff to make a new copy of itself. So that has to be part of the equation, part of the accident. And so once that starts, though, what is the game? The game is consumption and reproduction. The game is consume enough to create a copy of yourself, and that's what the chemistry does. And over time it complexifies and it gets to this stage, you know, first it gets sentience and then it gets a brain and logic and all this crap happens, and we get finally, for a tiny minute amount of time, there's been little thinking beings walking the earth, contemplating why we're here and all this other crap, which no other organism has done, because they're too stupid, because they don't have the brains for it, the capacity to do it, and they haven't acquired the language and the culture and all the other crap that we need to be able to do that. Alright, so for all the history of life, 4 billion years, it hasn't cared about contemplating the universe. It hasn't cared about complexifying in a way that made it intelligent. But eventually, okay, it gets to this point. But then what good is the intelligence? The intelligence only really has value, certainly to the DNA, in terms of doing the consumption and reproduction thing better. And doing it in a way that isn't self-destructive ultimately, and it's in ways that where we gain so much power that we use the power to end up destroying ourselves, which seems quite probable. Alright, so the point is that both, I'm a nicotine guy, not so much, but there's this implication that there's something else going on in the universe, that if there's another life form, it's somehow acquired intelligence through some other way than we did, and I just don't buy that argument. No, it got the same. If there's intelligence in the universe, it got the same way we did. All right, through chemistry that consumed and reproduced. All right, and that's going to be the agenda. It's not, you know, and so it's going to be in the same shithole we're in. It's going to have the same problem. It's not going to know some other thing to do, because there isn't anything else to do. Consciousness, we know what it is. It's good feelings, bad feelings, and then it's thinking on top of that. So you can expand the thinking all you want, and you're not going to change the simple equation is I feel good, I feel bad. It pleases me, it displeases me. I mean, that's all we live for. That's all we exist for. That's the only qualitative thing that about it is the fact that we can feel good or bad. And so there's all the game is going to be is just find more and more elaborate ways to create a good feeling or a bad feeling, more and more sophisticated and cultured. 20,000 years ago, how the way you felt good was kind of simple. Somebody picked some ticks out of you, or you got laid. And you had some food because you got damn hungry because food wasn't all the time just in the refrigerator. You had to go out and get it, and sometimes it wasn't gettable. So there was lots of discomforts to be comforted from, and that was the game. And so now we've created a new soap opera for ourselves. It's more elaborate, more complex, but we're doing the same thing. We're just chasing desire, and that's all that's going to exist. There's no other better future. There's no better truth out there. It's all a big fat fantasy. It might look pretty, but it doesn't mean anything. It still sucks. It's still stupid. It's still chemistry, fuckers.